Hello and welcome to Hawks Gaming. I'm Spikeymoon.
I'm Fluffy Ducky.
And I'm Sunshine. We used to be called Crazy Online Friends. That's the company that we made all them loads of videos for on YouTube. We recently changed our name from Crazy Online Friends to Hawks Gaming. So, Spikey, tell everybody about all your plans for the new Hawks Gaming.
Well, we're going to be doing some Let's Plays. Well, I'm probably going to be doing some Let's Plays. There'll be some multiplayer with on FIFA World and maybe Torchlight 2 and whatever else we can get our hands on. After December, there's going to be some updates on here on the channel to do with a game I'm going to have in development. So there'll be some videos and some bits and pieces on that, and maybe even some live stream on it as well, but that won't happen till after December. And yeah, so there'll be lots of gaming stuff.
So basically, we've gone from being a company about crazy friends online and having a laugh to an actual gaming company where Spikey and myself are going to be designing games, and we're also going to be doing videos now for like all the different games, not just like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, because I don't know about you guys, but personally I get bored of World of Warcraft. So we're going to be designing games. Spikey's going to be designing a game, I'm going to be designing a game. We've both got two different ideas of what sort of games we like. So and we've got like the lovely Fluffy Duck. What are you going to be doing for us, Fluffy?
Well, I will be giving a commentary on FIFA World and maybe some other sports game where I can get my hands on. I wanted to do some reviews about NBA games, the basketball games.
Nice.
Also some football games, because I am really into sports games. And yeah, more or less jump in if needed with other games
So
to support you all.
So if anyone out there has got any ideas or any games that you would like us to try out, just leave a message below and we will definitely try the games out. We have loads of different games. We've got Minecraft, we've got World of Warcraft. What other games have you got, Spikey? You have loads of games, don't you?
Yeah, I've got loads of games. I'm going to be doing ones for try and get through all my Steam library eventually, which is a lot of games.
Yeah. I like Tomb Raider, so I'm going to be doing like some sort of like Let's Play on Tomb Raider games. I've got all the Tomb Raider games, so looking forward to the new one coming out. Can't wait for that. So what games are you going to be doing videos on then, Spikeymoon?
Well, there's going to be Deus Ex Human Revolution. They're going to be continuing with that, which I've got to re-upload to this channel. And
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing some other games, probably role-playing games and first-person shooters and stuff like that.
So what's that game that you recently bought for me, you, Ducky and Lucifer?
Oh, Torchlight 2. It's an action RPG, so we'll be doing that. Be a weekend thing, I think. So every weekend we'll be trying to get a video up every weekend for that.
Okay, so that sounds good. So we're going to do like 3 people playing that, or 4?
3 or 4, depending on who's available.
And we got this like in September. We got some sort of gaming fair we're going to.
Yeah, which is it's in Covent Garden, and I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll put a link in the description for this video of what it is, and so people can go and have a look. Because I can't remember the name of it exactly.
So, for all the people out there who are saying, okay, so what is Hawks Gaming? What would you say?
Well, we're going to be YouTube. We're going to do our own Let's Plays and do some multiplayer ones. And obviously after December, there's going to be a few more bits added to it, like with some game development videos, so people can have a look at as and when the stuff happens from our game as we're making the game. We'll put videos up so people can see it in its different stages.
So, who is Spikeymoon? What can you tell everybody out there about yourself?
I'm awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, not all the time, I'm telling you.
Well,
Yeah, what else can you tell us apart from you being awesome, Spikeymoon?
well, I've been playing video games since I was a little boy. I haven't owned every single console, but I've played every single console.
Wow, and so are you a PlayStation boy or are you a Xbox boy? Which one?
Was Xbox. Now I prefer PC.
Okay, and Fluffy, what are you? Are you a PlayStation or an Xbox boy?
Well, I play a lot of games on Xbox 360. For example, I got a new Call of Duty there, Call of Duty Ghost. I also play Grand Theft Auto and NBA 2K14, which is the basketball game. And I like to play games on the PC also, as a variation of games. A little more than that the Xbox has at the moment. So yeah, it's I play a lot of variation games. Go for sports, first-person shooters, but my passion is in the sports game.
Yeah. Okay, but what game console would you prefer, Xbox or the PlayStation?
It's hard to say. I got the Xbox 360, but playing with friends who has the PlayStation 4, I tend to go to the PlayStation 4 later on this year. So I go for the PlayStation 4.
Nice one. I'm getting the PlayStation 4 in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. I would have had it sooner, but Spikeymoon insisted on buying it for me for my birthday, so I have to wait. Men, you know what they're like. They're all like stubborn and have to have their own way all the time, don't they, Spikeymoon?
Yep.
So for me, I've had Nintendos, PlayStations, Sega Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, Commodore, Commodore 64, Amiga 500. Oh my god, I've lost count how many I've had. I think so far my favourite would have been the PlayStation 2, actually. I haven't played the PlayStation 4 yet, so I'll have to give you a review on that on my birthday. But so far, I think my favourite one was the PlayStation 2. I had hundreds of games for that, didn't I, Spikey?
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 was a really good console, though.
I actually had the PlayStation 3 when it came out, and I had loads of games. I actually got that for my birthday also. Yeah, I like the PlayStation 3, but I think my favourite one so far would have to have been the PlayStation 2. I think I had more enjoyment at the PlayStation 2 than any of the other consoles I've had, and I've literally had near enough all of them, but not every single one. I didn't have the Cube. I didn't really like that. I've had the Nintendo. I've had the Wii. See, we was having this conversation recently, actually. Someone said that people who are playing the Wii are gamers, and me and Spikey were having this conversation, and I said they said that people who play the Wii are more kids or to keep fit and stuff. And to me, when someone says, "Oh, I play the Wii," I don't look at them as a gamer. What about you, Spikey Man?
Not really. When you consider what's out for PlayStation, what's out for Xbox, and what's out for the PC. The Wii is more casual gamer. Like, there's a lot of puzzly games, and you got Mario and.
Because like for me, when I think of Wii, I think of like children-y more sort of games, and I think of keep fit games. I don't think of like all the games that we have for our like computers and our game consoles. So what about you, Ducky?
Yeah, I don't consider the Wii as a gamer's console. More like a console for kids to keep them busy, or for people to stay in shape.
Yeah, exactly.
And not so much as, for example, I don't see anyone playing a first-person shooter on a Wii, because with the controls you have there, it's
I've
I
pl-
wouldn't know how to play it.
I've played a first-person shooter on the Wii. I can't remember what it was called, but I played it. I played one, and to be honest, it wasn't as good as PC or Xbox or PlayStation.
It's quite funny because me and Spikeymoon have now been married 6 years, and we've been together 7 years. And throughout the 7 years, we've always had this one constant argument about the Xbox and the PlayStation. Because I'm a big PlayStation girl, and Spikey is an Xbox boy. And like for 7 years, we have constantly, arguing which console's the best. And I've always said that PlayStation's the best. This year is the first year. Well, last year was the first year that Spikeymoon actually said that PlayStation is now better than Xbox. So I'm pretty pleased about that because it just shows that women are always right because I actually won in the end. So that's something to be happy about. What do you think, Spikey?
Yeah, well, Microsoft, they did balls up a bit with their Xbox One. There's so many. Well, I don't know whether they've changed it. To be honest, I haven't been keeping up to date with it. I did keep up to date with it a little bit for a while when it first came out. But from what I heard, none of it really interested me that much. There was a lot of problems what I see that I just wouldn't like to have in a console.
Because it's quite funny, it's because like you always wanted all the Xboxes and you wanted the Elite and everything. And this time it was the first year he's actually said to me, you know what, I don't actually want an Xbox One, which was quite strange because like Spikey is a massive Xbox fan, so I was quite surprised about that one. So if anybody's got a comment on that, leave a message below and let us what you think about the Xbox One, and maybe we can like do a review or something, Spikey, along the way on the two consoles.
Yeah, we'll sort of see if we can get that in because they've both been out almost a year now, so it'll be a nice time to do it actually.
So in the beginning, when Xbox first came out, some of the games for Xbox that came out wasn't on the PlayStation. But looking on the websites now, all the games, I noticed that most of the same games are out for both consoles now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of exclusive games anymore. There used to be quite a few, but not so much now. When the first Xbox came out, there was a lot of games like that that never came out on the PS2. But I think, if I remember rightly, the original Xbox was more powerful than the PS2, and then I think the Xbox 360 was more powerful than PS3. But the PS4 is actually a lot more powerful console than the Xbox One.
See, I like the Xbox. I didn't like it. What am I talking about? Sorry, guys. I like the PlayStation 3, but I have to say that the Xbox 360 was okay, but to me, it wasn't my sort of console. Some of the games on there weren't really for me, so I will always. And I mean, I like the controls better for the PlayStation 4 as well than the Xbox. But so if anyone out there has an opinion on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 controllers, leave a message below underneath.
Yep.
So what games are we looking out for then, Spikeymoon?
Well, they're coming out soon. There's a new Tomb Raider game which is coming out. I don't know when the exact time is, but that's coming out soon, which looks quite good. There's the new Batman game is coming out soon. I think it's already out actually. That looks quite good.
See, the Batman games, I did play one of the Batman games, and it looked really good on the video. And then when I got it, I was actually bored of it. So, what is like new about this new Batman game that's going to make me want to stay with it? Because the other one I got quite bored with.
Well, the new one is an open world game, which you got the entire of Gotham City to explore. You got a Batmobile. You got the Batmobile to drive around in.
Can you steer it and stuff?
Yeah, you can drive it around the city.
Okay.
You got like a gadget. From what I've seen, you got a little gadgety thing that calls it to you, and you can just jump in and drive around.
So I was actually speaking to someone recently about because we were talking about all the Grand Theft Auto games, and so the new Batman game is going to be like a little bit like the Grand Theft Auto.
Well, yeah, similar sort of thing where you got the whole city to explore. That sort of type of game where you got a whole city to drive around and explore.
See, I'll be honest. like I was actually quite surprised about this the other day. Everybody's been talking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and the graphics and everything. And like as I say, I hadn't actually played it. I have actually seen it, but I haven't actually played it. And then recently I was shown a video of the new Grand Theft Auto 5. And to be honest, from somebody who has played all the Grand Theft Auto games, I was actually a little bit disappointed. Yeah, the graphics are good, but you know, I've seen some newer games out recently, you know, and the graphics are a hell of a lot better. And it's just like I was a little bit disappointed with the graphics with Grand Theft Auto 5 because, like, compared to some of the ones that are coming out now, they're a lot prettier games. What would you think on that, Spikey?
Well, no, yeah, I agree. There's actually older games that look better as well.
Yeah, it didn't. It does look better. It does look better than, you know, the old Grand Theft Auto games, obviously. But for a game that's come out recently, you know, like it was like 2013, I think it came out. There is a lot more better graphics out there, and so I was a little bit disappointed with the graphics with Grand Theft Auto 5. So, what do you think, Ducky?
Well, if we're talking about the Grand Theft Auto 5, I actually played it today, and I saw it again, and I was like, well, the graphics are a little low compared to what you have now, because it's already a year old, so...
But even some of the games that came out last year, I've noticed the graphics are a lot better, so I was a little bit surprised at that when I was watching it today.
Because
yeah.
what it is, though, the one we saw was the PS4 and Xbox One release, because they're re-releasing it for the Xbox One and PS4, and it doesn't look any better than it did for the Xbox 360 and PS3. So I don't see what I can understand that they're re-releasing it again because they're releasing it for the PC. They've actually updated it for the PC. That makes sense because it's not out for the PC yet. And they've got to redo it because of the controls, and they've got to change it all round, change bits and stuff, and add settings so people can alter the game a little bit, like the visuals for the game. But if you're going to re-release it for consoles, at least make it look a bit better than it did on the consoles in the first place.
Yeah, see, I think I can see that it does look better, and they've updated a lot of the stuff, and I can honestly say that it looks better than, like, for example, Grand Theft Auto 3, which Grand Theft Auto 3 is actually my favourite one. But to be honest, when I was looking at it, I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. I mean, if you look at, like, the new Batman game, forget about that. Have you seen the new Lego game that's just come out?
Oh, Marvel Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, the Marvel Heroes. I mean, it's only a Lego game, and the graphics on that is a lot better than Grand Theft Auto. So,
yeah. Well, there's games that have been out for a lot longer that look better for me. I mean, I've got some games on my computer that look, and they've been out for a couple of years now.
Well, we was actually looking at Black Flag because I wanted to get Black Flag, and we was looking at that as well. And a couple of things. The first thing me and Spikey noticed was the haystacks. You know, it was like, okay, you know, like it's supposed to be a complete new game, but you know the haystacks are still there. So I was a little bit disappointed in watching the new Black Flag as well, because like I was told that it was going to be something completely different, and for me who's actually played the other games, like I got very bored with Assassin's Creed because it's too competitive. It's just doing the same old thing. It's just like nothing's different, and so I was thinking, oh, I really want this Black Flag. It sounds really good, but as soon as I turned on to have a look at this game, the first thing I see was the haystacks, you know. So not much has changed there.
And the one thing that actually I've noticed that's disappointed, it's not really disappointed me, it's just I've just found a bit strange and annoying, is the re-release of games. Like there's games that they've not been out that long on the PS3 or Xbox 360, but then now they've got the new consoles, they're re-releasing them again even though they're not even a year old.
Yeah, it's all about money, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a bit greedy for me. I don't really like that. I can understand that if a game's not out on the PC yet and they're re-releasing the game for PC release, I can understand doing that, because sometimes some of the games come out earlier on the consoles than they do on the PC, and the reason that is because they've got to reconfigure the game for the PC, because they've got to change controls, they've got to change it so that there's the settings, you know, so you can change the settings from high, low, medium, or high. they've got to put all that in there, so that's why games take a bit longer to come out on PC that are already out on console. But I don't get why they're re-releasing ones on consoles, on the new generation of consoles.
It's because the graphics are better and there's more content and stuff in. I think so. If anybody has an answer for that, put it in below the message below. So Ducky, you've actually played Black Flag. What do you personally think of it? Have you played the other games, or have you just played Black Flag?
I played one of the other ones. I played the first Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I liked it one because it was for me a new game totally to invent. Because I normally don't play games like that, but it wasn't very enjoyable. And when I bought the Black Flag, I was really into it because it had also sea battles, different things to explore. But after a while, everything's keeping the same.
Yeah, that's what I
see a boat, and you're on your boat. You shoot a few times, you enter the boat, and you win.
Yeah.
It's nothing refreshing inside the game. Everything is the same.
The first one was worse.
Yeah, for me, I mean, when Assassin's Creed came out, I had it when it very, very first came out, and as Spikeymoon will tell you, I was obsessed with the game. I would climb up to the highest place I could find, and then dive off onto these haystacks. I was so obsessed with it, but give it a few hours, I was really bored, and I don't even think I mean, I got to quite way through, but like, I got bored of it very quick. The second one I didn't play. I think we played the third one, didn't we, Spikey?
Yeah, the third one is all right, but it's very I don't know, just doesn't look very. I don't know, something about it. It just looks a bit bland. Looks a bit bland, and that was the problem with the first one. Actually, the first one was there wasn't a lot. It sort of gives you the illusion of having freedom, but at the same time, but when you look at it, it was the same thing over and over again. You go to a little town, you got a target you have to kill, you have to find a way of killing him, and then killing him, and then you move on to the next little town and do the exact same thing. And there's no sort of, oh, you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. Like, say, for instance, in the Hitman games, you've got multiple ways of completing the level.
But do you remember when it first came out, Spikeymoon? Everybody bought it. It was like it went really, like everyone was buying it.
It was a really popular game, yeah.
And then like a few months later, it was like you go into like Blockbusters. Anyone remember Blockbusters?
Yeah, or Game, actually anywhere.
Game, and it was selling really cheap because everybody had just got bored of it. So
yeah, you had like multiple copies of pre-owned copies on the shelf. Like you have like a whole shelf with copies of Assassin's Creed on.
I disagree. That was so funny.
Well, for a couple of quid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I remember rightly, I don't think it was a very long game either.
No.
It's quite a short game.
And I know that it got criticised a hell of a lot after a while, but everybody wanted the game when it first came out. I have to admit, I was one of them, and I have to admit, I was hooked to that game when it first came out, but I did get bored of it very fast. And but I'm a more of a PlayStation person. But I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. I've played all the Tomb Raiders, and which one was it? I clocked in 4 hours.
Underworld, I think.
Underworld, yeah, that was it. I remember when that first came out. I was actually working in game at the time, guys, and the day that it came out, I got the game. I'd been waiting for it, and I took the day off work so that I could play this game because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. And I clocked it in 4 hours, and I went back to work the next day after my day off, obviously. And everyone was like, "Well, how was your game?" And I was like, "It's finished. I've done it. I'm not happy." And I so not very happy. I was not happy. But the latest one that I've played, the one on the island with Lara Croft when she was younger, I absolutely loved it. It was personally, for me, it was my favourite Tomb Raider game, and I'm really looking forward to the latest one coming out because this one I really enjoyed. What about you, Swakey?
I have to admit, I like the Tomb Raider games, but I was never a massive fan of them. But the latest one, the reboot, when it came out, I have to admit I was a really fun game. I mean,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a short game either, really. I mean, if I remember rightly, on your Steam counter, the hours clocked up. It was like it's 30 something hours.
Yeah.
So it's not a short game by any means, because there's lots of secrets and stuff. There's like lots of little like notes, logs, captain's logs, and loads of little artifacts to
I
find
think mine
along
was
the way.
17 hours, and I think yours was 30.
Yeah, I think I took. Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, but even 17 hours. That's not a lot. That's not a short game. That's pretty. That's a good meat, especially for a platform game. For a platformer. But nowadays, I mean, you get games that are a couple out. I mean, I think. Although saying that, the last game I completed that was quite short was Spec Ops: The Line, and that was like 9 hours. It wasn't a very long game, but it was a very fun game. Though it was a fun game.
Well, for me, I mean, I'm loving the bow and arrow. I think that was brilliant. For me, like, I love the whole, the whole new look of it. I loved it that she was young. I wasn't very happy about when you have to dodge the trees, when you're going fast and that, because, I'm really crap at that sort of thing. But, like, I got there, we both clocked it, both of us. We both bought different, like, we both got our own ones, and we both clocked it. And I like the ending. I like the storyline to it as well.
Yeah, it kind of gave Lara more of a character.
Yeah, it gave her a personality, really, didn't it?
Yeah, because before, in the other games, she never really had much of a personality. You never really felt sorry for her. You just sort of, even when you died in the game, you didn't really feel sorry for her. You just sort of, let's just chuck Lara around all over the place, jumping and shooting and stuff. But this one, you actually felt sorry for her, because she had more of a character. She actually had a personality.
Yeah, and she wasn't actually, because like in the new Tomb Raider, she wasn't actually this tough person, because well, she was, but she wasn't as tough as like the perfect like Lara Croft. This, you actually went through it with her. You learn along the way, and so you actually land up feeling sorry for her when she hurt herself, or when she was trying to get to her friend and stuff. You actually felt sorry for her because you actually understood where she's coming from. Where in the older ones, she's like this multi-millionairist and she's got all this money. Well, in this one, she is obviously, she's Lara Croft. She's got money, but she wasn't this rich person. She was on this boat with other people, and they were higher than her, and she wasn't like the top of her game and stuff. So you actually get to know Lara Croft, and you actually get to understand her a little bit more. And I actually really love the new Lara Croft. So, Ducky, have you actually played it yet?
I haven't played the newest Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
You
but,
should.
In my whole life, I only played one Tomb Raider, and that was when I was a little boy. I was like 10 or 12, maybe.
Yeah, see, it's a lot different, and I love the graphics. Oh my god, the graphics are completely changed. I don't know if any of you people out there remember the triangle boobies Lara Croft.
I think that is the game that I played.
Yeah, me too. Go back in the day, but oh my god, the graphics are so good now. What do you think of the new Lara Croft Spikeymoon?
Well, no, yeah, definitely. The graphics, it's completely been rebooted. Completely. I mean, you've got the and there was that whole hair thing. I mean, my computer wasn't quite up to the standards to be able to do the whole, because they had this new physics thing for her hair, which made it more like free flowing. But apparently, when people put it on, it made there was a bug with it, and it either made Lara Croft go bald, or the hair would have had that much. It would move that much. It would move even when it wasn't supposed to move. So I'm kind of glad I never had it on there, because to be honest, it would have looked a bit strange, Lara Croft running around with no hair.
What I did notice that on Steam, so for everybody out there who doesn't know what Steaming is, Steam's somewhere where you can buy games and like little packs for your games and that. I did notice that they were doing this like promotion thing where you could get a pink top for Lara Croft. So everyone should try and look that up, see if they're still doing it, because you can actually get like little pack things to actually add to your game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it's probably gone. All the prices have probably gone up now though, because the sale's finished. But it shouldn't be that. It wouldn't cost that much. I wouldn't have thought.
I did actually notice in the sale, which ended on the 29th, I think. But there'll be another sale soon. There always loads of sales on Steam. But the new Lara Croft, the one that we're talking about, was actually £2.30. I actually noticed that it was only £2.30.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it is now. Maybe one of you guys can quickly have a look how much the Tomb Raider game is. But yeah, I noticed on Steam the other day it was only £2. But then the sale finished on the 29th, so I can't tell you how much more it is. So what other games out there? So people look out for, Spikey.
Well, the new Witcher game, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, that's coming out in February in 2015. So that, I know that's a while off now, but that's coming out, and that looks absolutely excellent.
See, I know that you've played a lot of the Witcher games, and I, personally, myself, I haven't played any of the Witcher's games, but I did watch a video the other day with Spikeymoon, and I have to say that Witcher 3 is looking really good.
Yeah, it's the first two. I've got the first two. I haven't actually ever completed either of them, which I really should. But from what I actually have played, I've played most of them. Most of it, they're actually really good for. They're definitely for the more mature gamer, because there's lots of swearing and nudity in them. They're definitely for the more mature gamer.
I noticed that Lara Croft is swearing in the new Tomb Raider game.
Oh yeah,
She was swearing.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until the other day. We had a little go through it again, yeah, I forgot that she swears.
Okay, so I've just had a look on Steam, and for the new Tomb Raider game, it's gone back up to $14.99. So, but if you wait for the sale like we did, it was only £2 like in the sale the other day. So
I think you can get all of them. You can get all of them for like 11. I think the last sale it went from, there were two different prices. One time it was 22 something, 22.99, and the other time it was like £11.49 or something. So
yeah, I got all the Tomb Raider games for £11 something. So that was like really cool. What other games have you? So Witcher 3. I did see the video for that the other day, and I have to say it's a very pretty game, the new one.
yeah, that's why it's been held back to February, because it was supposed to be released in November this year, but they've had to do a bit more work on it, and there's so many little touches they've made to it to make it. I mean, this one is open world, like you got the whole world to explore. The other two weren't. They were sort of, you had like a small area you could explore, but it wasn't entirely open world. But this one is. That's why it's taken a bit longer to make, and they've put little touches in there, like there's as silly as it sounds, when you're on the horse and stuff, or when you're walking, his hair bounces a little bit. There's little touches like that they've just added in it to make it a bit more, because the game engine they're using allows them to do it. And I think it is coming out for all the consoles, for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and it's coming out for PC as well.
Nice. So would you actually say you prefer gaming now on a PC to the actual game consoles?
I would say that gaming on a PC I do prefer, because there's a few things I like about it. One is that you can mod a game. There's lots of games that you can mod, so you can add things to them, and like if you've completed it, and there's mods to add more stuff to it for free, so you don't have to pay for it. Two is that you don't have to worry about backwards compatibility, and what that means is you've got the whole entirety of the PC gaming library from when they first started making PC games to now to play.
Yeah.
And okay, you might need to fiddle around with the settings of the actual game to get the older games to work, but most of the time it's a pretty simple thing you have to do. When you can, and now with Steam and websites like Good Old Gaming and Green Man Gaming, they've got the games actually come with a pre-installed thing that allows you to play it on the newest operating systems as well. So
that's good.
You can play games that were made, like games that came out years and years and years ago on a modern PC. With the PlayStation 4, you can play PlayStation 3 games, but you can't play PlayStation 2 or 1 games. Although I think you can download they've actually made a few of them available on the PlayStation Network, so you can actually download them, some of the older games. But the Xbox One, you can't play any Xbox 360 games on it, I don't think.
Well, you can buy a PlayStation 2 pretty cheap now. I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen them
true.
pretty cheap. And the games go for like between 50p and £1 now, you know.
I think there's a few dearer ones, but that's usually because they're a bit rare, or like they're rarer, because some games are harder to get nowadays. But I think you can download a lot of a lot of the older games on the PlayStation Network, the online thing that you got on the console. You go on it, and there's a lot of the older games are on that may have been made available now.
That's what I like about Steam. Sorry about that, I'm yawning. That's what I like about Steam, because you got all the older games there, and you can buy them for really cheap, and you can still play them. Because I still like some of the older games. Like, is it Shell Shock? I used to love that game a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's. Oh no, I think that's on Steam. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was on Steam. Because you had a look.
Yeah.
So because I still like some of the older games. I know a lot of you gamers out there still like the older games and stuff. If anyone out there likes the Shell Shock, or anyone out there remembers Shell Shock, leave me a message below and tell me if you really liked it. Because when it came out, I used to love Shell Shock, and I'm not really into them sort of games, but Shell Shock I really liked.
Yeah.
What about I mean, can you remember some of the older games, Spikey? Like Hogs War. Sorry, Ducky?
Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty. That's it.
One of the old games that I still play.
Call of Duty. How old's that? Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty 2 is about. It's got to be coming up. Got to be coming up to 10 years old nearly.
10 years. Oh wow.
That Call of Duty 2, and to be honest, that was for me that was the last good Call of Duty game. I didn't really like any of the ones after that. I didn't think much of them.
It here, and the system requirements are Windows 2000 or XP.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that makes it quite old. It's more about 14.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't just because it was Windows 2000
Yeah.
wouldn't mean that's when it came out. There's probably a date on the box somewhere, but I think
Yeah.
it's got to be coming up to nearly 10 years old. I think it might even be 10 years old. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Wow.
that for me that was the last good Call of Duty game, because I really don't like the newer ones. There's no story. The single players I know they're all about multiplayer now, but the single player campaigns are absolutely crap. They're only a couple of hours long. There's no story to them or anything. But the Call of Duty 2, the actual single player game, from what I remember, was actually quite fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was like
And
World War
still
Two,
is.
wasn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't show as high quality graphics as you are expecting now from all the games, but it's not that bad. And I just looked, and it's from 2005.
Yeah, 2005 it came
So
out.
that's two years before.
Oh, it was close then. 9 years old.
Yeah, it came out on the 25th of October 2005 for the PC, and it came out November the 15th for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, the Xbox 360 version wasn't very good. It was the same game, but it just didn't. I don't know, something about it just didn't have the same feeling. But to be honest, though, graphics aren't always everything. I mean, I'd rather have a game that plays well and you have fun playing than a game that looks really nice. I mean, if it looks really nice, that's a bonus. But if it doesn't, if the gameplay's boring and there's nothing to it and you don't have fun playing it, then to me,
Well, according to Google, it was actually re-released again on November the 13th, 2012 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, Wii U and PC.
Yeah, they're probably anniversary edition or something.
Yeah.
Because I played it when it first came out, and it's quite. Well, my computer just about handled it back then. I hope you liked our video. Please like and subscribe. That's hello and goodbye from Spikey.
Hello and goodbye from Sunshine.
Goodbye.